Hi, my name is Andrew Sears, and I'm the president of CityVision University. And in this presentation, I'm going to explain to you how CityVision's management degrees in nonprofit management and business can help create you as a balanced manager and help your organization be balanced and help you achieve your goals. Now, I've read hundreds of books in nonprofit management and business, and the most useful tool I've found over the past 20 years is this tool called the Management Skills Assessment Instrument, also called Competing Values Leadership or Competing Values Framework, or sometimes it's called the OCAI. Now, why this is useful is because it provides a competency map of how you can move up in management and leadership in nonprofit organizations and businesses. Now, they divide the world into four quadrants: clan, hierarchy, market, and adhocracy. I like to translate that into ministry context, but they talk about these competencies here: managing teams, managing interpersonal relationships, managing development of others, and then you have managing competitiveness, energizing employees, managing customer service, managing coordination, control system, managing acculturation, and then managing innovation in the future. And I like to explain these in terms of what a lot of nonprofits or ministries are familiar with. This is the ministry mindset. This is the operations mindset. This is staff with a business mindset and entrepreneurial mindset. And what we're trying to do in our degrees and how you move up is usually you're going to be a specialist in one of these domains, and you need to increase your specialty in that domain. So you want to be an expert in one quadrant, but you're going to have to get fluency in all quadrants. That's what it means to be a general manager. The general part of a general manager is that you can cover all four quadrants. You have fluency there. So in nonprofits, that's going to have some fluency. If you want to become executive director on the executive team, you're going to need to understand fundraising. So we have a whole suite of fundraising courses that's going to help you. Even if that's not your job, you can engage with that side of the business because you need to understand that side of the nonprofit organization. And then you have the ministry and relational competencies. So a lot of those in the ministries you work with are cross-cultural competencies. But also there's spiritual formation and different aspects of running the nonprofit. And then you have the administrative competencies. So these are the detail-oriented. So HR, financial accounting, project management, a lot of compliance things. And then you have the social enterprise competencies, and these are the different courses that we have there. And then you have the courses that introduce and integrate all of these. So strategic management, you have to figure out how do you integrate all these different things into a strategic plan. So how do our degrees help create balanced managers? We're going to help you become an expert in one domain, but fluency across all domains. But one of the other things in organizations, here's what happens in organizations. Here's how we create balance in organizations. So in most organizations, you're going to have staff that have a ministry mindset. The whole ministry, it's all about people, is what they're going to say. Then you have staff with a business mindset. They're going to say, if you don't have funding, you can't do any of the ministry that you want. Then you have the operation. So they're about procedures. You got to make sure you don't get sued. You have to make sure you're organized. It's about, how effective you're operating. Then you have the entrepreneurs. It's all about the new ideas. So the point is that not everyone needs the balance between all of these domains, but the more senior you are, the more general management you're going to have to do. And the organization needs to be balanced. So ultimately, that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to diffuse some of these tensions, because what happens is these staff with the entrepreneurial mindset will judge the operations staff. So I'm very entrepreneurial. I used to not appreciate why it's important to pay attention to details. And a lot of times detail people think the entrepreneurial people are flaky. Same thing with ministry. They say, hey, you're too focused on the bottom line. You're too focused on numbers. You're too focused on the money. Whereas the business people say, don't you realize if we don't have the money, we can't have any ministry to begin with? So what we try to do is we try to create that balance in the organization. So a lot of people say, which degree should I pursue with CityVision? So comparing the CityVision degrees, our nonprofit management degree is really the most centered across here. Whereas if you take a ministry degree, it's going to be a little more emphasis on the ministry mindset. It has more courses that are focused there. And if you take the business degree, it's going to be a little bit more focused on this mindset, depending on the concentration you do. And ultimately, what you got to realize is that senior managers need to be balanced bridge builders. So in a lot of organizations, you get the clients on one side and you got the resources on the other side. And if you're wanting to lead an organization, you can't be stuck on one side or the other. You have to be able to relate across, both sides. So often you have junior program staff that are close to the client, and then you'll have junior operations and development staff. And you say, why am I not moving up in the organization? Well, to move up in the organization, you have to understand all these different domains. So hopefully this is helpful. You'll understand how City Vision can be useful in terms of pursuing your own goals as an individual and as an organization. And I would really encourage you to watch some of the stories of our students and our graduates because you can see how they've used this in their own plans. Thanks a lot.